you aptly pointed out that Alla may have bought many other top laners of the LPL 6 more Yorick games.
Here's one of them.
You said 5 of them would be bad.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you call your shot now.
The way you want to be playing this one. It's obviously very important with Sion, but even with that Rise, getting the setup for your team. Yes.
Oh, Chris has no flash. Great combo. Vampire sets him up. Monkey knocks him down. 2 pivotal members right now for WE's success, showing why.
WE's bot lane, if they feel confident enough to step up, but I'm not even sure about that one. Although, wait.
Chris.
They don't feel confident to go.
Wave.
They can't.
No, here comes the Realm Warp. Kanavi used the blue buff to get level 6 as well. That is Monkey and Vampire's flash, just like that. Change of Corruption to come down to JackeyLove. He'll cleanse them off. Ari soon to join the fight. Flashes in with the Spirit Rush to get the Charm. Cream is locked up, but there's the huge Fate's Call onto 3. JackeyLove flashes over all of WE. Gets the first red. Kanavi flies back in with the untargetable. JackeyLove dipping, dodging, dashing all around World Elite as they crumble at the might of the TES AD carry. But Taeyun ends up being the real hero. Triple kills for both marksmen, but it's the Varus that stands tall on the recall. Immediate value on the on-hit Varus. I mean, that fight looks a lot different, I think, if that is a Comet Varus dealing lethality items. We flash back live, and Karis is the target of 369, who is just so clinical with this Sion. Flashes for the slow, and gives a alley-oop slam dunk of a kill for Kanavi.
Themselves the Yorick, so you want to pick up at least one of these, if not 2 or 3. Kanavi is here, though, potentially looking for a steal. That is going to be the smite from Monkey.
Can't get in.
Can't go.
Dream's too far away.
All right.
Realm Warp is up. Sion could ult across the map, but TS don't want to.
It's going to be this Infernal Drake going over to TES. This one's going to go over uncontested. Monkey is on the complete other side of the map.
Among those first item breakpoints, though, coming through, a lot strong. Most of the stronger ones further up the river.
That is going to be a little bit of extra movement towards both this top lane tier 1 tower and the Rift Herald if you want it. The response, though, is going to be to push straight down onto the mid lane. And giving up mid lane tier 1 for Herald not going to be the most worthwhile. Team should be able to clear out this wave, and now the tower's going to start hitting.
Change Corruption through. Chris pass Fate's Call if he needs it. They're fading into the fights that WE wants and playing slow. It's really good to see, knowing that the identity of the team that they drafted. And they're even finding these timers to get the Rift Herald, right? This is going to go uncontested. The longer this game goes through...
Turn around straight up and pick themselves up this Drake. Uncontested as well. That's now going to be 1 Drake apiece. So no Drake stacking going to be coming through for either of these teams right now.
He's already pretty tanky. He has 9.5 under him. It's just impossible to dive Sion. And TES, they're willing to sacrifice very mildly enticing neutral objectives. They trade the Dragon to get 1 turret. Now Kanavi crashes the Herald into another. Cream there. Should be able to get this tier 2 turret because WE indexed so much into trying to dive the Sion. They had 3 members on the bot side. All of the right moves, all the right reads coming through for top esports. And
by teleporting into the mid lane, just trying to bully down this tier 1 tower in the mid lane.
He pops in. Chris, flash, hostile takeover. He's inciting a riot onto WE. Karis has to dash way out of the fight. Taeyun is fighting a 1v1 with Kanavi, but they need him over on the main fight because 369 is selling albums in Knockup City right now. Monkey flies up. Cube is next. See you later, Karis. 369 is flashing after the Ari. One more decimating smash. 369 Sion is unplayable against right now. It was last week and it is now. TES break open this game 1. And if you're getting all these members to hit onto a Sion, who are you ignoring? The Fury, Callista, and Rise. More map pressure being soaked up by TES and WE gamble stacking to try and cover their turrets. Here comes the unstoppable onslaught. Drive-by. There's some good drifting there from 369. He is going to be fine and dandy walking through some of these turrets. Oh my god, wait, Grand Starfall? Oh, he's chasing him.
Hello?
Monkey, there's no way, dude.
Monkey
keep in mind, he's bringing Cube over.
Yeah. Between Cube and Karis, they eventually kill him, although they lose this
Valve,
minion
is that
wave.
you? Valve, is that you, man? Look at he pulls 3 members top and creates an Otacon.
Throw it into Seraph. It gives you so much later on, so much like 5 2. Right
yeah,
now,
but Cream already has it. He's already he's at the mark. He's got those 2 scaling items done, and
right now TS, they've got themselves the fast track into the pit right here. I don't even know if there's going to be any response from WE whatsoever.
Yeah, they just have constant waves to answer. It's not valuable to drop these to stop a third Drake of the game at 24 minutes. Where does Cube confidently feel like he can push out? Nowhere.
Oh,
Here comes WE looking for another proactive play. Karis TP's behind. Got 369's flash out of the play pit that York can throw down. With the Chains of Corruption, everything onto 369. Here's the hostile takeover from Crisp. Off to the left, you got Kanavi, who just blows up Karis. My lord, once again, WE, you throw way too much at 369, and he turns it back with a vengeance. You blink and you miss it. The ace comes down, and TES might just be going for one of the quickest games in the LPL.
Yeah, they might be able to close this one out pre-Baron right now. 24.5 minutes into this game. The death timers, they're pretty short, but 20 seconds in the future is still an age right here for WE. Looks like they're going to just drop down 0-1 in this series. TES, they want to close this one.
Just at the 25-minute mark, a surgical start to this series for TES.
Exactly.
We're starting to show now through 3 straight games that they are done playing with their food. Slam dunk R5 pick for top esports. I am continually impressed by how laser focused they are from draft and making off game 1, just the execution. Nothing too crazy. Is Vampire going to spot out that ward from 369? And don't think Monkey showed there, or Karis, but should be enough to have JackeyLove and Chris slow their roll. Nonetheless, the dredge line does land. Chris immediately flashes. Taeyun pops the ghost. They're trying to stack the slows. Ixtal's impact down. The late invade bears a very pivotal fruit. Monkey grabbing the kill there.
Just going to be able to pick up that one, and it's so rough right there as Crisp losing out onto that flash and the heal. We've talked a lot about how the heal speed up is kind of critical in these bottom lane 2v2s used for both the aggressive and defensive plays, and without that one, it's going to make it that much harder to really be able to play this one out. JackeyLove also now caught. He has flash and cleanse.
I mean, he's going to try and trade on a Vampire. Good flash Q to make sure that nobody can block it, but that is still a win for WE and Taeyun. He now gets freedom on the level 1 wave.
Navi now potentially look for a gank top lane.
Completely unspotted. Cube. When are we going to look for that flash here? 3-point strike. Going to get the knockup. I don't even think he commits it. He just surrenders.
Yeah.
The kill over to Kanavi. Clinical with all the chaos bot side that he speeds up his clear to get here.
And your prediction of the Ornn scaling options. At the end of the world, really, the way that things have been happening early on. Monkey now looking to take things back a little bit topside too. 369 does have the flash.
Yeah, he's going to burn it here. The stun still lands, and they stun lock together so well. Monkey's patented Skarner. Flash, he tries to go for the late invade. He's spotted. 369 looking for a collapse angle, but Kanavi's flash is likely just to net him some stolen camps. Monkey's sticking around, though. He's got Cube roaming down. Neither mid laner is buzzed away from their wave. There's Monkey again with another stun coming across, but maybe a little bit too far forward. He has to flash over the wall. Wind becomes lightning. Will it connect on Monkey? Yes, it will. Kanavi pierces Monkey through the body of Cube and says, why not make it a double? On the bot side, though, it's still Taeyun and Vampire running things. Time to block some Mystic shots once more. Vampire, Taeyun doubles up. Immediate response on the cross map for WE.
Very strong is that you are always useful. You're always going to have something to give to your team, whether it be the ornaments or just that Ornn horn in and amongst these team fights. TES are going to be able to pick this Drake up for themselves right now. Monkey is in the area, does have vision of it, but doesn't really want to go in for the potential steal right now. Level 6 has come through for Kanavi at this point. Monkey still waiting on grabbing his.
No ultimate for Cream. 369 first with topside to come through. Cube, it has to reset. He has teleport, and he's going to go for a flank TP. WE are looking to fight here with the Grub slowly being whittled down. Will lead have to be patient. They need to set up Cube here. But it's 369 looking to make the first push onto Karis, who does not have flash. Beautiful setup from 369. The solo lanes flourishing here, and that shuts down any hope of a WE flank play.
That's going to be all 3 of these Grubs being picked up right here by TES. Team composition that's pretty short-ranged overall is very much going to enjoy having these Grubs to be able to knock down these towers that little bit faster.
The MVP really showing his stars. Taeyun gonna get the arrow out. 369, oh my god, this guy. Turrets are not in his vision. He's running in between two of them. Does get Taeyun killed. Good flash out of the Ixtal's impact as well, making sure Monkey can't impale him and throw him under a tier 2 turret. 369 is just playing at a different level on these tanks now, just like back in the JDG days.
Is actually going to be the Drake picked up for WE, even after they lose that fight.
Yeah, I think they just have to respect the ults that were available, right? They used it on the Impale. Emperor's Divide, Cube had Dominus and Teleport available. So, again, top esports, teleport out of a very obvious dive, and gotta love this cross map from the solo lanes.
Yeah, I mean, Curse really didn't need help, but I guess it's always fun to get a little bit of a helper in your lane. Crocodile going to be enough to pick that tower, and a ton more damage goes down onto that mid lane tier 1 as well. Cream going to very slowly chunk his way through this top lane tower 2. So the cross-map plays are happening across the board at the moment. Constant action back and forth, even if it hasn't resulted in the most kills recently. But the fact that Cube also loses out onto that TP for a while for a tower that was already going to be going down in the bottom lane is not going to be the ideal play.
Map advantage, without a doubt, to top esports these next couple of minutes. Where can they look to benefit from that? Really only have Herald as an option. Dragon going to take some time to come back up here. Cube throwing down the Dominus. Wants his fight into Cream, but it was never just the Silas you were throwing into, my friend. Kanavi's here. Chris coming across. 369 cutting off the flank angle with a TP behind. Asher, though, going to find its mark. Depth charge gets a ton of value, and the Dominus health bar finally deplenished. 369 is once again throwing W members into the bouncy house. Monkey can't go anywhere near the rest of his team, and he's the fire starter. Yeah,
non-starter for WE. They have to have this Skarner involved right now. With the heart still completed, he's already pretty tanky, but he just is not able to step up. And now the flash forward, Taeyun, he's going to try play it back, but he can't. Nothing there.
Oh yeah, just the revenge of Jackie Love.
What can you do? What can you do? This is TES looking clean, looking good. I mean, the game's been a little bit messy back and forth. Jackie Love didn't look great, but was just able to pick up that kill on Taeyun, and they're now turning this one around. Potentially even go for another dive.
All right, hijacked Impale. Gets Ixtal's impact under his own turret. Oh, Cream. That's the first real mark of
available to him, so he should just be able to walk this one out. Although, nope. TS
Yep.
now not taking this.
So that was an overextension. That's a whipped Impale. It's 369 again, just standing and dancing in front of WE. Look at me, look at the tank Gorn. Everybody try to come fight me. Because what happens on the back end of it? You lose your Croc. 369 by so much time. Karis finally kills him off, but that one fleeting kill is going to cost them double on the return. The double kill for Jackie Love. They drop Rift Herald. There's so much on the map for TS to take off the back end of it. Well, until he hit it into the side of the wall and couldn't actually chase down the kill you're talking about. Just quicker, and while we do like Monkey's aggressiveness, it's going to cost WE because without Impale, it's really hard for them to force a fight on the TES. Great cancel from 369 onto the Ash Arrow. He gets pulled into the fray, but again, this is the Ornn that wants to play up close and personal with WE because he lets Jackie Love, Kanavi single out targets and knock them down. Hijacked Ash Arrow to the face of Karis. Has to use the Emperor's Divide by space. One pick, all TS need to really turn onto those neutrals in the top side of the jungle once more.
Aaron, I think so that they can establish their push in the top and the mid lane. They can either peel back onto it right now if they want it, or just go again. These team fights are working for them every single time. There's no need to rush these objectives at the moment. I don't think this game is going to go that long. If it does, a bit crazy.
Oh, Vampire.
Big damage.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
I love Ezreal. Holy moly, so fun to watch. But he does face check into an Impale, has the flash, gets out to safety. Cream flies back in, but Karis finds the kill. Down goes Chris as well. 369 TP's in. Ornn Horn on to 3. Stops WE in their tracks, but they don't have their AD carry, and Kanavi is far too low to really fight. Slice and dice forward. Cream, can he get the W heal in time? The Steric shield. When becomes lightning. Dredge line to the face. Vampire catches Kanavi lacking.
The key target and steps just a little bit too far forwards, pulled straight into the Impale, and if it wasn't for a great teleport out of 369 that lands with a huge Ornn Horn, that one here really wants to steal away this blue buff. The contests on the blue buff recently have been crazy.
Yep, but they're also just going after Monkey. Again, really tanky member, gets the impale. Kanavi pops the crescent guard. Taeyun throws the Ash Arrow onto Cream off to the side, but Kanavi dashing in after Taeyun. He's protected well. 369 also doesn't get the knockup. Can Jackie get the kill over? Yes, he does. Finally, Taeyun is shut down. And with Cube having no way in without Monkey's health bar plentiful, instead they'll wrestle control the mid wave. TES continue their chase. Esports trying to corral WE like sheep for the slaughter. Vampire throws the dredge line in, using 369 as a buffer, but he sends them back to the bouncy house, and boom goes the dynamite in the name of Cream. There's the breakthrough we were waiting for, just like in game 1. Everything falling in line for the defending champs. A clean 5-0 ace.
Unfortunately for Vampire, 369 is not the person you want to be pulling into the rest of your team. And now with 20 seconds until Vampire's up, 30 until anybody with any real wave clear is available. Yes, they're going to push forwards, pick themselves up, probably at least this inhibitor. They can try to push for the end, or they can just turn around and go grab themselves a Baron, whatever they think is going to be the most effective strategy right here. The minion wave's thin, but he is still here. They can just end this one, yeah. They've got themselves
after Vampire, after Vampire, it's still double digit. This is going to be it. A lot of murky skirmishing, but a dominating TES, and most importantly, clean series. They go back-to-back 2-0s moving into Week 7, looking like the TES that won the Split 1 championship.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.